tour, game, play. What's the difference? Well, this is the new 3rd generation Astrox 99. And if you haven't seen our pro review of this racket, please head over on our channel and check it out. Now we've got the play, the game, the tour. And Dean, straight away, aesthetically, we've said we love this racket. It's so nice to look at. And actually, between the 3 rackets, there's very little difference.
Very little difference. I mean, obviously, noticeably, what we've noticed between the play and the game is actually the shaft is a lot thicker in this racket, whereas obviously these have much more of a thin design shaft.
And sort of what we want to get across straight from the off is visually, there's very little difference between these rackets, and that's what we love about the way Yonex do this. Doesn't matter what version you've got a really good looking racket that is just going to really catch the eye. So let's talk about the specs in these rackets, and starting with the shaft, Dean.
Yeah, so we look at the tour version, and this is obviously most similar to the pro.
Yeah.
This has a stiff shaft, which is generally more for your high level player, because you need to be able to generate the racket speed to make use of that. And then obviously in the other 2 rackets, the play and the game, they have medium flex shafts.
And there's that slight difference in thickness as well. In the tour, we've got this Rexus ultra slim shaft. In the game, we've got this just ultra slim shaft. And then in the play, we've just got this slim shaft. So you do have that slightly different aesthetic. And also you're just gonna get a little bit more aerodynamics from those slimmer shafts. Now let's look at the tour just on its own for a minute, because it's the most like the pro. And what I mean by that, it has the new 2G NAMD Flex Force in it. Now what that does, the carbon nanotubing in the frame helps bind the graphite together. This reduces energy loss and enhances resilience in the racket. Now if we compare that to the game and the play, the game has Yonex 2G Nano Mesh Neo in it, and the play is just graphite. Now, if you have managed to check out our pro review, you'd have noticed we've spoken about a little cheeky thing Yonex have done. In all their rackets, bar the play, they've actually removed the weight from the cap at the bottom of the racket. Now, what this has done is it's now shifted the head heaviness in these rackets further towards the head, meaning these rackets are now the head heaviest in the Yonex lineup. So let's get away from all that technology and those specifications and actually just talk about how this racket feels and who we think it's for. Well, firstly, as expected from those Astrox rackets, you're getting that really head heavy feel. You can feel the weight in that head as you come through the shot, meaning that I feel I can generate a lot of power through quite a short swing with this racket, but you definitely feel that weight. And over time, particularly doing some fast drills like drives, you're gonna feel a bit more through that wrist, where maybe compared to that Nano Flare series where it's super light, you're just gonna feel a little more strain and resistance through those shots.
So just going on to a bit of doubles defense. Now something we always get asked is, yeah, but the Astrox range, you can't defend with it. It's not very good for defending. It's not to say it's not good for defending, it's just not what the racket is built for. It's built more for the attack. But as you can see here, I've got still no problem being able to defend with this racket. There's a nice amount of power there. Yes, I have to be aware that it's not going to whip back as much as a headlight racket, but as long as I'm aware of that and I'm ready, absolutely no problem here defending at pace, nice and quick.
Now I've got the play version here, obviously the lowest in the lineup, and you definitely do feel like it's got that more whippy feel to it, which you'd expect from its medium shaft. So definitely a really good racket for someone if you struggle with a little more of the racket swing speed. But overall, it's got those same attributes you're looking for from an Astrox racket. That head heavy feel, that real nice, easy power you can generate. And as always, stunning to look at. And the other thing you can really feel with the play is they obviously haven't removed the weight from the bottom of the racket. And that does mean it feels slightly less head heavy than the others. So if you're someone who doesn't want that extreme head heaviness you're getting from the other versions of this racket, this might be a good one for you. Now, where this racket excels, as you expect, is overhead and generating that power. And what I really like about this is once you've set that racket off in a way, you really feel like the ease of it coming through the shot because of that head heaviness, because of that weight. It feels really simple to generate that power in that rear court as that head comes through. And you really can feel that face and the control you get with it. So what racket should you be picking? Well, I was actually really pleasantly surprised with how well all these rackets felt. They all had that traditional Astrox feel of that head heaviness, particularly obviously the ones where they've removed the weight cap and you get that super head heavy feel, but all three felt really good.
So what Yonex have tried to do with their Tour, Game and Play series is target a different level of player. So with the Play, you're looking more your kind of beginner entry level player. Game, maybe a little bit more experienced club players, and then the Tour is the one that's most like the pro version.
And the biggest difference, if you are thinking of going to the Tour instead of the Game and the Play, is that stiffness of shaft where you're having to generate the racket speed yourself. You're not getting that little benefit of a slightly more flexible shaft in the lower rackets.
So what are our final thoughts on the brand new Yonex Astrox 99? Well, firstly, we absolutely love the design. We think it is one of the nicest looking rackets that we've seen in some time. And again, as we mentioned throughout the video, it is fantastic for an attacking player looking to benefit their power.